we are asked to find dy by dx, so before we do that, I'd like you to pause the video, have a go, and then we're going to go through this. So the first thing we do is we find d by dx of both sides. So we're looking for d by dx, the left-hand side. And that has to also equal to d by dx of the right-hand side, which is a constant. That's 0. Okay, I can skip writing out d by dx of 3, because that's just 0. The derivative of cos x with respect to x is minus sine x, so it's going to be minus 4 sine x. Very straightforward. The derivative of 2 sine y with respect to x is we use the chain rule and we differentiate it with respect to y. 2 cos y, and that is multiplied by dy by dx. And that is equal to 0. Now, from here, I can take, I'm looking for dy by dx, and it's very obvious that if I take the 4 sine y to the other side, the minus 4 sine y to the other side, it becomes, minus 4 sine x to the other side, it's plus, and I divide by 2 cos y. So let me just do that. So dy by dx is equal to 4 sine x all over 2 cos y. And you can see 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 1 over cos y can be written as sec y. So dy by dx, therefore dy by dx is equal to 2 sine x sec y as required. Okay, so that's very straightforward. Find an equation, part B, find an equation for the tangent to the curve at the point pi by 3 and pi by 6. So dy by dx, now I did hear someone say, don't we use the x value? Yes, if y is a function of x, in C2 we did dy by dx and plugged in, or in C1 rather, we plugged in the x coordinate, the x value to find the gradient. But now, dy by dx is a function of x and y. So we actually have to plug in both the x coordinate and the y coordinate. That's a distinction that we have to understand. Okay, so we have to plug in x and y coordinate, which is actually given. So okay, so using part A, I can say that the gradient of the tangent, remember we have to find the gradient before we can find the equation, m is where dy by dx, just to remind you, dy by dx gives us the gradient of the tangent. So m is equal to, we sub in x and y, x and y. So it's sine of pi by 3, sine of pi by 3. Now sine of pi by 3 is, pi by 3 is, sine of pi by 3 is root 3 over 2. 2 lots of root 3 over 2 is just root 3. Sec of pi by 6, again, you just times that. Well, cos of pi by 6 is root 3 over 2. So, but I'm timesing by sec, so it's timesing it by 2 over root 3. Because it's root 3 over 2, sec is the reciprocal. Okay, if you're stuck, you should be able to do this on your calculator. And the gradient is equal to 2. And now we do the usual. I shouldn't have to remind you at C4, but I'll do it again. Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Okay, and m is the gradient, which we now have to be 2. The point, this is your x1, and this is your y1. Okay? We are given a point on the line, so we could choose any point. If we're given 2 points, we can just choose one of them to be x1, y1. Here we have 1 point, so we have no choice. So y minus pi by 6 is equal to 2x minus pi by 3. Now, unless they state, which they do, unless they state it, I would leave it in this form. In this question, they actually have stated it. Okay, so save yourself time. You don't have to simplify if they say find an equation. Here, it's find an equation in the form. Okay, so what I'll do, very straightforward, multiply the bracket. So it's y minus pi by 6 is equal to 2x minus 2 pi by 3. I take everything to the right hand side. It's 2x minus y is equal to 3 pi by 6. Is that right? 3 pi by 6, which is pi by 2.